Hi guys, so this is another arcade video that we're doing today. It is the new cabinet that I have in the games room, and this is from Arcade Geeks. They are a arcade cabinet designers and makers up in the north of England. I'll put some links down below in the video description. Now, I'm just going to talk you through a brief overview of this particular cabinet. I only got it the other day, so it's still fairly new to me. It comes with 3,188 games. So yeah, 3,188 games, as you can imagine, is quite a lot to have a look at. And we're not going to cover all of them in this video. I'm just going to give you a brief overview so you can see what this is all about. I'm going to go ahead and boot this up. So you see the marquee lights up straight away. Dell processor and the Pandora. Pandora Saga 12. High definition. There you go, straight in. Okay, cool. So I'm going to move around the cab now so we can see some details. Okay, cool. So as you see, you've got the light up marquee, you've got Hulk, Thor, Wolverine, Captain America, and Iron Man. So we're going to fully Marvel with this. We've got a Marvel on the side. Look at that black and white artwork with Spidey in the background. I like the black and white to the colour transition, it's really nice. As you come around the front, and the machine does automatically go down one for some reason after a period of time. I don't know whether it's meant to do that or whether that's just a design flaw. I'm not really sure, but you've got a nice shelf there and the kickstand there. And let's see it from this angle. Go around, take a look at the back. So this is the back of the cab, and you've got the www.arcadegeeks.co.uk. So there's a website actually if you want it. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America's face is a bit off, so that's a bit weird. They got rid of his face. And then you got the Hulk. But it's the back of the cab, so you're not going to see it. On and off buttons just there. And got the keys to go in the back of the cab. So that's where the monitor sits, right, pressed up against the front. I could probably take that out to clean it, but it's fine. It's fine at the moment. And then you've got the Pandora Saga 12, and the volume is just there. There's a little spinny disc there that's got the volume control on it. There's also an extra HDMI port, so I don't know if I can connect something else up to it. Looks like I potentially can, but you've got some USBs in the back as well. Yeah, so there's probably some options there, but they're the speakers. You can see them all right. And then you've got the bulb that lights up the marquee. It's all on the same shelf, so yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you've got all the circuitry, all the buttons, everything else. It's all wired up nicely, neat and tidy. And you've actually got an extra plug point if you wanted it. Not that you need it, but around the back. I mean, I guess you could have a phone charger. You could probably drill a hole, have it on the shelf if you really wanted to. But yeah, that's the back of the cab there, guys. That's the inside of the beast. So hopefully the camera and the LED light is not restricting this in any way, shape or form. But you've got your generic menu, and you've got 319 pages of games. yeah, just starting from the first one. So a lot of games are sort of replicated, or they have multiple different versions. So you've got the King of Fighters, and then you've got loads of these, 97, 98, 98 combo. So you've got different variations of all the King of Fighter games, and the same is replicated for the Street Fighter games. So you'll have Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth. And the same with like the Mortal Kombat, and Tekken's also on here. You have Marvel versus Capcom, SNK versus Capcom. So all the pretty much standard fighter beat-em-up games that are synonymous with retro arcade. Now, going through the list, obviously you'll see a lot of repetition, and again that is the same game, and then the sequel off sequel. Now it does have the classics on here, like Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and Galaga, Tetris. Pretty much any retro game you can think of is on here. So I'll show you a brief overview of some of the games. Obviously, scrolling through the list is a bit of a pain, so you can do a search, which will allow you to go into, search actually what game that you want to play. So you've got A, B, C, D, E, F. So far the games I've only been playing have been 2-player games. So yeah, there's obviously 2 players, so you can play 2 players on a lot of these games, especially the fighting games. You do have an abundance of beat 'em ups, which for me is really good because I do like my fighting games. Now, as I said, you can do a search, so A, B, C. C is search. Comes up with the search menu, use the joystick, and you can type in whatever you want. So we do have some wrestling games on here. So if I type in WWF, comes up with all the WWF games. We've only got 3 on here. We've got WrestleFest, Superstars, and Superstars again. I have noticed that there are some duplications in terms of different versions of the same game. Again, there's too many to really go over in full detail. I will be doing game reviews on here to let you know how this cabinet performs certain games, and they will just be some of the more popular and famous games from the retro period of arcade gaming. So yeah, if you want to get out of here, you just hit D to return, and you also have an option which is really handy for recent games, so you can see what I've recently been playing. So you've got Punisher, that was my most recent game. Simpsons, this side-scroller beat-em-ups, which are really fun. Final Fight, Mortal Kombat 3, 2, Mortal Kombat 1, 3D, X-Men vs Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat again, that's the standard version, the first one. Disney's Toy Story Racer 3D, Disney's Tigger's Adventures 3D, WWF Superstars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Special Criminal Investigation. It's actually a driving game, it's quite cool. I hadn't played that before. Blazing Tornado, it's another wrestling game. Now I did actually notice that this shows WWF, or WWE is now. This isn't the game, which really threw me off, so I'm assuming they just didn't have a little trailer here for the game. And with that, I'm assuming that's why you don't actually play that game. So you've got Tetris, there's loads of different versions of Tetris on here. Pac-Man, Street Fighter 3. So they're just the games I played, but there's different variations of these, different sequels to these, which is really fun. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you briefly some overview of this, some gameplay. You can't really see the light on my key at the moment because I've got this light turned on. So maybe if I turn the light off. Oh, there you go. So you can see that the marquee's lit up. Now I want to try and get some good gameplay footage. And I think if I have the LED light on here, you're not really going to get a good overview. Let me see the screen properly, we'll do that. That going to be alright? Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I think the bottom of the screen is seeing a bit of light. Actually, I don't think it being off is going to be a problem. So let's have a look. So you got so when you load up the screen, you get the Pandora Saga 12 I need to look up actually whether this is the official Pandora, because there are some Pandoras that are rip-offs. So I want to make sure I've got that before I do a full review of the cabinet. But this is just an overview to show you the characters. So obviously you've got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Goro, and the graphics are really good. I hope the camera's picking them up. Proper retro arcade feel. Purple Scorpion, don't know who that is. I suck at Mortal Kombat, by the way.
Your destiny. Excellent.
Let's make sure you get them on there. I'm not sure if the LED is going to be better or worse. I think it's without LED, you'll be alright. Are you joking? Wow, I suck at this game. I'm more of a Street Fighter. More of a Street Fighter guy, but this is just to give you an overview of the game, how it plays. Fuck. Got absolutely owned. Who knows whether I'll actually use that in the video or not, because that was shite. So you get the option to carry on or just jog on. In my case, I'm jogging on. Game over. So yeah, I'll just give you a brief overview of some of the games on here. Mortal Kombat 2 on 2, 8-player combat. I haven't seen the screen actually. I jumped straight out when I lost last time. Oh, you can actually change the controls. That's cool. Cool. Anyway, so if you hit this, there's a red button down here, which you can't see at the moment. Let me just adjust the camera. So you've got your keypad here. I think the shine's going to be too bad. Your keypad there. And then you've got this nice red button here. Obviously, player 1, player 2, kickstand. And you come up there, you can exit the game. Loads and loads of stuff. Got Rampage. Most people know what Rampage is, don't they? I think. And obviously the side artwork is amazing. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I bought this. Because you could customize, and I went for the marble theme. I have to edit the crap out of this. Okay, so I'll hit player 1, which is down on the front of the cab. So this actually looks like it's the PlayStation version. Yeah, it is, because X is this one. This actually has the original, I think, as well. Like George, because I like King Kong.
While it's true that there's been no serious side effects reported so far,
It's got 2 speakers building up here, which are really good. I haven't actually worked out how to change the volume. I think that's at the back, but we'll take a look at that in a bit. So the only issue so far I have with this is there are 2 screen blemishes that you can barely see, and they're on the other side of the screen. It just needs a wipe, but I haven't worked out how to get in there yet. It's not bugging me too much, but... Oh, let's do what? Oh, that's cute. Okay. So we do have the original Rampage. Let's have a look. So they do have a couple of PS1 games on here, like Tekken, some of the more up-to-date Street Fighters, one or two more combats, and then a couple of Disney games. So this is it. So this is more the retro feel that you would get for the actual current games. Just hoping that you can see that properly without too much glare being in the background. Jumped start again. These are some of the more 3D games that you've got. Another thing with the joystick, when you're going sideways to go to a different page, you'll be really gentle because it likes to skip 2 pages. See? Rather than just one. So what I've started doing is just holding it in the direction that I want to go. Scooby-Doo. 3D. You start coming around here as well, and I think you can link this to another cab because it has 4 player games. Knights of Valor, see Tekken in there, Alien vs Predator, Hook, Dungeons and Dragons. But overall, first impressions, really happy with the cab. The flaws that I can find are very, very minor, and they don't seem to have any bearing on the playing of the games or anything of that. It's got such a big variety of games, and the cabinet just looks good. I mean, if we zoom out, I can sort of show you so far where we are. And I've got this bad boy here, Area 51. There's another video of this already out. Yeah, it's going well in my home arcade. I've got room for our cabinets. The sofa will be going. Might needs improvement. Yeah, this is where we are currently. So a little room tour as well there. You lucky bastards. But yeah, you've got so many games on there. I mean, this will keep me going forever. I'm discovering games as well because I'm only 27, turning 28 soon. So a lot of arcade games I'm learning about, which is fun. I listen to a lot of podcasts and watch a lot of YouTube videos, and someone will say a game and I'll be like, I wonder if I've got that. And I've got most of them, you know, in all fairness. I've got so many. Return of the Jedi. I mean, yeah, there's just tons of games on here and it's tons of fun. My partner loves it. She loves it more than I thought she would, which is great because obviously it's in our house, so she needs to. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful looking cab, so I would definitely recommend Arcade Geeks. Picked this up for, I think it was £650, including shipping. And it comes readily assembled, as you would have seen in the unboxing. It comes with the top part where it cuts off there on the red trim. The red trim there, that's where it cuts off. So the top bit just slots into the bottom bit, and yeah, it's already made. It's already made. So one more, do one more. Right, cool. So if we go, so this is where I can show you actually that there is an abundance of Street Fighter games on this. There's even some knockoff Street Fighter games, which is hilarious. Ah. Strat. Apparently we're looking for a Strat Fighter. So yeah, as you can see, got Marvel vs Street Fighter, X-Men vs Street Fighter, Street Fighter Alpha Dreams, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, Street Smart, Third Strike, Second Impact, 3 Generation. I mean, you've got every Street Fighter imaginable from the retro arcade period. Then obviously going to Streets of Rage. So yeah, let's have a look at one of these. Which one haven't I played? Marvel. I think I've played that. But, so yeah, it's 1280 720p.
Marvel superhero
Sounds
versus Street Fighter.
So we do 1 or 2 guys. Oh well, obviously I'm gonna pick the Hulk. Hulk's my boy. Let's rock. Oh, I get attacked in by the way. What is that? Jesus. Oh, Mega Ray. That's an easy, so. But you can hear the sound quality, which is really cool.
Ready. Fight.
Nice. How do you tag in? Shut up, Dalton. Just gonna button mash. That's one minute, though. Keep going up. Keep going up. Oh shit. Wow, man. I think I just know how to do a high juke. Changing over. I don't even know how to tag in the tag bar now. Yes, get in. Hadouken. Nice. Cool. That's good. I actually won a game, so I'll definitely include that. Ah, fucking sick artwork as well. Goes well with the cap.
Let's rock.
Oh, no, I'm alright. Cool, so yeah, as I said, this isn't a one-all game review. This is just to show you some of the games that you can get on here. So yeah, it was just a brief overview to show you the cab, my thoughts. I'm going to summarise this in detail and show you the full cab in a second. Some Pac-man, man. Pac-man Plus, yeah, go on then. Okay, so yeah, it's just a brief overview to show you the games, how the cabinet works. I'll go around the cabinet in a minute so I can show you a bit more detail. Obviously this is featured highly in the unboxing video where you can see it in its full glory. But yeah, it's my new toy. It sounds amazing. Might be a little bit loud. Bad eating. Oh, they're on me. That's the one thing with these joysticks are 8-way rather than 4-way, so it makes it a little bit harder to move out of the way. Let me try and be quick. I was trying to honey dip him. Right, I think that's it. I think I'm out. Game over. Damn. Got an extra credit, but there you go. Good to see the game. The bad thing I would say regarding the game is actually the fact that I had to get the update. So I had to chase them, and there was a massive delay. It actually took 4 weeks to get here. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of a bit of a bitch, but with COVID and everything else that's going on at the moment, I can't really complain too much. So yeah, the only downside was the amount of time it took to get here. And yeah, apart from that, it's probably a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me at the moment. Recency bias. We'll see how it goes in, 2 months time, 3 months time, a year. But yeah, I'm enjoying it at the moment. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And yeah, peace.